All right, what's up?
What's going on? Facebook, YouTubers, everybody that's out there watching at home. I was late as usual.
Nothing new.
Right. So we just discussed this. I think that we're going to change the start time to 7:30, and then this way I will be on time.
No, you won't.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Well, we'll try it. 7:30. We'll try it.
Yeah. So I hope everybody's car show went well. Well, those of you that did come to the car show, big thanks to Nate Stevens. Came all the way down a little over 2-hour ride, hung out with us Saturday. Thanks to Brett Hearn, Crackers, Pete Reynolds. Who else do we have? Mr. Timmy Pitts, the voice of the Orange County Fair Speedway, Mike Vigoletti, Brian Traver, Braden. Told you I was going to muff his name up.
Braden, yeah.
Braden Traver. Who else did we talk to? That's about it, right?
That was it. Yeah, it was hard to do stuff on Saturday with the DJ.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
But, But for people that didn't watch Hearn, he had some pretty good information about.
Yeah. There he is. What's up, Nate? Hope you're feeling better, man. So big thank you to the Orange County Motorsports Show, Orange County Fair Speedway for having us and for allowing us to come in and do what we do. That was absolutely awesome. And again, man, big thanks to Brett Hearn. That was his deal. You know, he asked us to if he could be on, and dude, that's awesome. That's good cool stuff. That's good stuff. So, just real quick, we'll hit on it, and then, but next week we will switch to our typical racing season schedule, and of course that will be Monday nights, right? We're gonna go for Monday nights.
Yeah, we'll go Monday night.
Yeah. So, I guess off season was Wednesday, Thursday. Now we're gonna go back to Monday nights. Because racing's getting started, and then hopefully that's when we can catch most of the people. So again, Monday nights, I think 7:30, right?
7:30 is fine.
We're gonna say 7:30. Monday nights at 7:30. This way, if we come on at 7:15,
we're early.
So we'll say between 7 and 7:30 Monday nights.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
Perfect.
Sound like a plan? Okay. All right. So we got a really cool show for you tonight. Because I don't know shit about him.
I was talking to him off air for like 10, 15 minutes waiting for you. It's actually pretty neat stuff, man.
He is the director?
He's a promoter.
Okay. So the promoter of the Sport Compact Dirt Racing Association, I believe his name is Mr. Rob Williams, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that's who we have. Let's find out who he is, where he's from, what this is all about, because I think this is going to be kind of like a Nate Stevens thing. It's going to be the wave of the future because full fender cars are starting to get harder and harder to get, man. So.
We'll let him do it. We'll bring him on.
All right, so here he is, Mr. Rob Williams.
Hey, everyone.
What's
up? How we doing?
All right, man. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. You look like me, so that's good. That's a plus. We're off on the right foot.
Yeah. I haven't shaved it in about 2 years. We're going now. So
I got about a year. Actually, I shaved this morning. It just it's what it does.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah. So Rob, tell us about this this division that you're promoting, where it started, all that good stuff. Give us some background.
All right. Well, the easiest way to remember it is just SCDRA. That's what everyone knows it by. The SCDRA. It originally started down south, like the Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. A gentleman named Kelly Carlton. A lot of promoters may know him. He's promotes the Ultimate Late Model Series as well down south. But Kelly started this. And the rules the rules package worked really good in the areas down there, and it slowly worked its way up here, and it's just flourished since then. It's a real universal rules package for the 4-cylinder class, something that we were just talking like off air. I think in New York right now there's 8 or 9 tracks that we're legal at. There's 18 in Pennsylvania, so I mean it's nice. Within 3 hours of my house, I can go to 10 different tracks on any night of the week.
Nice.
So it's not your typical 4-cylinders, like what
so,
we're used to. These things are mongoloid 4-cylinders.
So what are some of the rules? What are some of the, so up here, what's real big is Camrys, your single overhead cam, dual overhead cam. They have what they call, I guess, like an outlaw division or novice division. I mean, there's not a whole lot that our guys are allowed to do to these things. What is it that you guys are doing?
So our motor roll is let me fix this a little. We have a stock appearing motor roll. So
exactly.
As long as it's covered, it's legal.
Yeah.
If you have adjustable timing gear, that's fine, but it better have the cover to cover it. If we can see it, it's illegal.
Okay.
We do allow, the only thing we allow now is we do allow an aftermarket fuel rail purely for safety. It doesn't do anything for power or anything like that. It's just better to have them AN fittings. It's just safer.
Yeah.
We run stock suspension, has to be an OEM suspension. You can modify the mounting holes. You can modify, you can get camber, stuff like that, but it has to be stock parts. You can swap parts from like I'm a Chevy guy, from a Cavalier to a Grand Am or something like that. You can swap, but it has to be OEM parts, nothing adjustable.
Okay.
DOT tires, which is the equalizer. There's some big monster motors. There's some average motors.
Yeah.
But the DOT tire kind of equalizes the.
Now, when you say DOT tire, it has to be street legal, or it has to have a DOT stamp on it, because they're like American Racer.
Yeah,
American Racer
legal.
makes a DOT tire, but it's a race tire.
Yeah, they're not allowed. It has to be a street legal DOT. The most popular tire for us is like the BF Goodwrench TA radials.
Okay.
They're about $140 a piece.
Yeah.
But you can get 20 races out of them. I mean, grind them down a couple times, buff them, whatever you want to do.
Are you allowed any tire size that you want?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Any size tire.
Okay.
So, yeah, and it's worked out well.
And any make and model, like you can have a Honda.
Correct. Yeah, most of the top names, the biggest money-making guys in the country are running Hondas. The K24s, K20s, stuff like that. But I say that, and just back in February, a B series motor just won $18,000 and whooped all their butts.
And where are you guys running? Where does this? So this is a touring series, or is this more? So where is it touring?
Our first race is this weekend coming up, Saturday, at Winchester, Virginia, and it pays $5,000 to win.
Holy shit!
Exactly. All the races are big money,
and then
the one pays $10,000.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks, April 16th, we head out to Atomic in Ohio.
Yeah.
So that's a $2,500 to win race. And I want to make sure I get my dates right. And then after that, we have Midway, Ohio. That's a $5,000 to win.
And how many cars are you starting?
It's kind of track dependent. Midway will start around 28.
Okay.
At Winchester next week, we start 24.
But he's saying, they told me, how many do you get on a regular night?
50 to 80 is our average.
50 to 80. Yeah.
Wow.
I can tell you, like me and Pred were just talking in the pre-show here. We have roughly, I'd have to look for sure, 8 to 9. So we offer any of our races that are $5,000 to win or more. We offer a pre-registration to give guys a little break on what it costs. So we had roughly 40 guys pre-register, and the pre-registered was 8 or 9 states represented for this weekend.
So is everybody getting paid? Like, are you paying throughout the whole field?
Yeah, we pay the whole field.
What is it to take the green?
200 Saturday.
I'm getting a fucking 4-cylinder. Oh my god, dude! It's paying more. It's paying more than. All right. So where are you located?
I am from Williamsport, PA.
Okay, that's not far.
I come up.
So then you know our big block modifieds.
Yeah, we were just talking.
So, dude, they're paying more than some of the shows that those guys are doing.
Our midway show at the end of the year is $10,000 to win, $400 to take the green. It's a $37,000 payout.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
that's my thought exactly. I was mind blown when I was like,
holy cow! But you know what I like is there's not is there a weight rule? Yes.
So our roll is 2,200 pounds.
Okay.
But if you have a full containment seat, you get a 50-pound weight break.
Okay.
If you have a Hans device, you get a 50-pound weight break. So you can get as low as 2,100.
Well, this sure does sound a lot like Nate Stevens shit.
That's what
we talked. I talked to Nate a lot. Me and Nate, we talked at PRI. I got to meet Nate. I see he's in here, so we got to meet out there and talk a little bit. I went live on the SCDRA page the other night.
Okay.
Moving forward, starting in 2023, we're making mandatory. You have to have one of those.
Okay.
Hans device or full containment. You have to have one. And then 2024, it's going to be mandatory. You have to have both.
100%. I agree with that. Yeah.
So
listen,
I want to do it quicker, but I understand times are tough.
Listen.
So
So the full containment seat, I just bought a brand new one. They're $900. And then the Hans device and all that, depending on what you get or anywhere, I mean, minimum is $600.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my wife says this all the time. If you can't afford the safety, you shouldn't be racing, you know? But I can tell you some of these 4-cylinders, especially here, dude, they wreak havoc on some of these 8-cylinder cars. I speak from experience.
Well,
what the hell was that? You know,
are you watching Bristol? Are you watching Bristol at all?
I haven't been, but I know that some of those 4-cylinders.
The top 5 down there are top 5 in some of the other classes.
Wow.
I mean, they're ungodly.
So do you have a point system with this series, or is it just?
Yeah, we have a points fund. So this year, New Fast Motorsports out in Ohio came on board. Donated some money, so it's going to be $1,500 to win for the point champion. It's not a lot yet. We're working there. We're getting there, but it pays back to 5th as well. So 500, 150, or 350, etc. Hopefully, eventually, long term, we'll get that up a little higher and make it more. We're doing a Rookie of the Year for the first time.
Okay,
500 to win. It's not a lot, but it's something to get these guys.
Listen, a lot of these cars now are like the old street stocks. You know what I mean? You could pick them up for $500.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're going to dump a little bit of money into them, but by the sounds of things, I mean, you're going to get your money back. You know,
you can. And
so this is starting to become almost like, how far out west do you guys go?
Our farthest west would be Ohio.
Okay.
Our first race this year. We have our first race this year in New York finally. So we finally got a New York track on board this year. And
where is that?
Skyline.
Okay. Yeah.
Brad down there at Skyline. We'll be there on July 16th. So, and that's a $2,500 to win show.
Okay.
So,
and do you guys run strictly dirt? Are you open to asphalt or?
No, it's strictly dirt for us. There's already a few traveling asphalt series out there.
Okay.
If you look them up, like the Vors series, they're pretty front wheel drive only. They're all over. They'll be, I don't know, the closest to us would probably be like Jennerstown, PA. They'll be there this year.
Okay.
So.
And how long has this series been around?
So down south, it's about 8 or 9 years old now. They've been running.
Really?
And this is the second full season for us.
And how many different? Now you mentioned PA, New York, Ohio. Where else do you got? Where else you guys going?
West Virginia will be at Tyler County. Ohio Valley, which is also West Virginia, even though it's Ohio Valley name.
Yeah.
We'll be at what other states? So you got PA, Tyler County. I think that's it this year. Yeah, we got West Virginia, Ohio, PA, and New York.
What's the event at Penn Can? Is that like their King of the Can? I see it's in September. It's later on.
We actually have 2 there. We have a $2,500 to win on July 15th. We're doing a back-to-back weekend. First time we're going to try that. We're going to do Penn Can for $2,500 on Friday, and then Skyline the following night, which only an hour apart or so.
Yep.
For another $2,500, and then Penn Can at the end of the year we have the $5,000 to win for King of the Can night.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying, because that's kind of a big deal for Penn Can. So that's good. I'll
tell you, this is big 4-cylinder country. You know what I mean? It really kind of is, especially. Bethel Motor Speedway gets a ton. That's an asphalt track. Accord, they got a decent following. But you go Penn Can, 5 Mile Point. They've got some. They've got a ton of cars and stuff too. Wow, wow.
It's just continuing to grow.
Yeah.
And I learn shit excuse me. I learn.
That's right.
I try to be politically correct, but I learn some new things every day, and I mess stuff up. I'll tell you what. Quick story. So last year at Winchester, we didn't have a great car count for the first time we were there. I think we had 37 cars, and it was a 2,000 to win, and a couple cars broke. And we were down to like 32 cars that were able to race. And we were right before the B main. And the owner come over to me and he says, hey, instead of starting 26, let's just start them all. And I'll pay everyone from 27th to 32nd $100. He says everyone's happy then. And I was like, you know what? That's cool that a track owner come to me and said, let's just run them. I'll never do it again though. And here's And if he's watching tonight, Robbie Carroll is the reason, a good friend of mine that runs the series. So he started on the front row that night.
Yeah.
Had an issue, 2 laps in, finished 32nd. Got $100 instead of 150.
Okay.
Okay.
And he was expecting that 150 when he went to that payout.
Yeah.
And I paid every driver that night the extra $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone was equal.
Yeah.
But it was a lesson learned, and that's how you learn. You know what I mean? Like, it was a great gesture by the track, being like, we'll just pay everyone the extra 100 instead of 150 from their back. And I was like, cool, until the guys broke. But that's how you learn.
Yeah. So with Nate had asked the question with the one that's 18. You said there's a race is 18,000 to win, right? That was down. That was in February. How many cars are you getting for a show like that?
So that's Kelly's. It's the SCDRA South, the originator of the series. Yeah. So there was 126 there.
Holy.
And how long does it take for a show like that? I mean, is it strictly just you guys, or do they have other divisions?
There was 6. It was a 2-day show originally. Okay. Friday got rained out, so it was a busy Saturday.
Yeah.
But we were there with there was a late model series there as well, paying $10,000 to win, and we were making more than they were.
Wow.
And I went down as a racer for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good time. I try to go down there every year. It's every year in February, the winter freeze, they call it. And next year it's paying $19,000 to win.
So now, is it a hard sell to go to these racetracks? Like, you go in the Skyline, that's a new owner up there, obviously, with Brad. Is it a hard sell to
at people? At times. I think the big thing is, and I'll be the first to admit it, our car counts are always good.
Mm-hmm.
Do we bring a lot of fans? No.
Yeah, but necessarily the track owners, they're looking for that back gate money.
Yeah,
really. You know what I mean? So
when I go to tracks, typically I say, hey, and that's what I tell them. I'll be like, listen, we bring a lot of cars, we bring a lot of back gate. So if you have a 5, 10, 15,000 to win mod race or late model race tonight, your stands are going to be packed.
Yeah,
it's a good night for us to be the second show.
Yeah,
because we're going to bring the cars in the back gate, and your fans or your stands are going to be packed.
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, the 4-cylinders they're the new street stock anymore. You know what I mean? Because you can get them. They're a dime a dozen. People, they're getting hard to get. No, that's not true. The street stock chassis are getting hard to get. You know what I mean?
Those things they're getting overpriced.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, a lot of street stocks I see down south and stuff are anywhere from $6,500 just as a roller. Up to $18,000. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and your street stocks up there are a lot different than even here in PA. Like, we have what they call the Penn Ohio street stocks, and I mean they're running 440 wide bore motors.
Yeah. Like, even the UMP street stocks out west are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're holy shit. They're like a 3-link suspension. I mean, they almost look like a Mongoloid late model with like a Monte Carlo body on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're nothing compared to what we have here.
And the 4-cylinders are just going to it's the only class that kids up in the stands can look down,
can relate to. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
You have a 16-year-old kid that drives a Chevy Cobalt.
Yep.
And he sees me out there when I'm racing, because I'm a racer as well.
Yeah.
So when I'm not promoting, I'm racing. So he can relate to that, and he can figure out how to tune that, or he can get it tuned. Those are things that kids like to do now.
Yeah.
And it's just a different way.
Yeah. And it was the same thing, when when we were kids, the we could relate to the street stocks because you know what I mean? Everything, but they're just I think it's a dying class. We actually just had this conversation over the weekend at one of our local car shows with one of our track champs and stuff. It's a class that's pretty much on life support, and there's a bunch of us, we're trying to keep it going, but listen, yeah. I mean, this is just absolutely like my brain right now is starting like who's got a car for sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
now, let me ask you, Rob. Now you said Outlaw. You're going Outlaw to actually race, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll be up there.
I haven't really
April
checked
9th.
out on their 4-cylinders. Did they get a good turnout?
Yeah.
Have the
See, they
same
run
rules as you.
Yeah, they run our rules, but they also run rear-wheel drive together. They run us both together.
Okay.
Which I'll be a fan, or I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of. I go up there because it's from my house only an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, and it's $900 to win on a Friday night. So
Every Friday.
No, just they're opening.
Oh, I was going to say, holy jeez.
Beginning of the year, Outlaw always runs some specials.
Okay.
Like the first couple of weeks are all specials, so I try to go up there and hit them when I'm not traveling for the series. But once their weekly racing starts, I don't really go up because they use the handicap system.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of the handicap as a guy that travels around, and it just I try to go to draw, redraw type tracks.
So do you guys allow rear wheel drive?
No, we don't.
Okay, so it's all got to be front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can tell you, like the Honda's the car to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, with us, Honda's the car to beat.
Like a Honda Prelude? Like what
mostly the Honda like SI hatches or the Honda Civics.
Okay.
Stuff like that. K20, K24s. But again, the guy that just won $18,000 in Georgia was a Honda hatchback with a B series.
Huh.
$18,000 winner.
Yeah. And are you allowed racing rims on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can run any wheel, aluminum. Not. You can run any street wheels. You know what I mean? Stock aluminum, stock. After.
So when you say the motor needs to be covered, you can have whatever you want, but it has to be covered. What do you mean by that? Like
whatever. We will never tear a motor apart.
Okay.
We don't take the valve covers off. I mean, we don't pull intakes. If we can see it without opening anything, then it's illegal. For example, some of the Hondas, some of the Neons, they run like adjustable cam gears. And if you sorry, I just see one of my buddies comment.
Rob, don't leave us B series guys out.
That's actually one of our past winners. He won the first Halloween Havoc show.
Okay.
So, but if you have like adjustable cam gears, they have to have the cover over it because if we can see it, it's illegal.
Adjustable cam gear. Yeah, I'm totally clueless when it comes to like 4-cylinder motors.
You got 2 cam gears on there, so you can adjust them to change your timing, like you do on just like a V8. You know what I mean? You're adjusting your distributor.
Yeah.
We're adjusting our cam gears.
So what if you have a makeshift cover over that?
It's got to just be. It has to be a stock appearing cover.
Okay.
So I mean that's the key. So.
I mean, you could wind up $15,000 in a 4-cylinder motor.
You'll never get it to connect to the ground, though.
Yeah, see, that I've been saying that shit for years. Yeah, with the street stocks and stuff.
And I'll be honest, I'm one of them guys that have a monster motor, and like Kevin and them guys, the guys watching, they'll tell you, like I have a huge Ecotech, and it's 300 horsepower in a 4-cylinder, and I will smoke the tires off it if I hit the gas too hard.
Right.
I mean, it's just sometimes it's undrivable. You just takes a lot of finesse and It's not very good on small tracks, but it's nice on them big tracks where you can wind it out.
Now, any of them guys that are running down in Bristol follow your series?
Yeah, there's not so much a series. There's a few that hit some of our races.
Okay.
The guy that actually came from 26th to first last night, Brandon Gibson, he's been to a couple of our races, and there's a few of them down there. I know a lot of guys skipped Bristol to come to our race, so. Hence why they only had 84 cars at Bristol because
only 84. We're lucky to get 10 some nights.
Yeah, somebody scheduled a 5,000 to win on top of them, so I don't know.
And what was Bristol paying the win for them guys?
Anywhere between 5 to 10, depending on how many cars showed up.
Wow.
So it was car count dependent for them.
I'm telling you, man, you get out of New York State and racing is huge. You know what I mean? Down south, and they're paying. They're paying.
And you just,
I'm baffled. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm wow.
See, we're giving, just real quick. See this? Zamp head and neck restraint.
Okay.
Giving that away Saturday, brand new. So anybody that happens to come race our race, anyone that doesn't have one that comes through Pre-Tech, going to get entered in a drawing to get that for free.
Now, how do you guys have officials that go around with the series with you guys to do?
My tech guy's actually from Batavia, New York.
Okay.
So Tom Gregory owns.
Because here's my thing, if I'm going to put a car together and say I tow down to Virginia just to find out that I'm illegal and there's no way I can fix it while I'm there. You know what I mean? How would I go about getting that car inspected prior to me going on the road? Do you have the rules? Like
the rules are
website?
Online. Yeah,
okay.
www.scdranortheast.com.
Okay.
So the website's up always. The rules are on there. You can download the rules anytime. But other than that, I mean, chances of us coming to you would probably be pretty slim. Just
slim to none, right?
Yeah, unless you were able to catch me at like Outlaw or, you know what I mean, when I'm out racing, if you walk up to me and be like, "Hey, Rob, question for you. Could you come look at this?" I'll be the first one to just come over and help you out.
I mean, but honestly, it sounds like you guys are pretty much just, whatever. As long as we can't see it, whatever.
Yeah, the suspension's the big thing. The suspension's the big thing. Guys will try to push the suspension rules because we don't allow any aftermarket adjustable parts. Okay. And people ask all the time, why not? I can get caster, I can get camber so much easier with this $8 part off eBay. Well, you just answered the question right there. It's an $8 part off eBay.
Yeah.
It ain't no stronger than a stock part, and you're going to end up on your roof.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So there's many ways you can get caster camber in these cars by just notching and slotting holes that you're allowed to do.
So now you building these things. Obviously, they're not meant to be putting, just say, bigger cams and all that stuff. Do these things hold together? I mean, is there a lot of detonation going on in that?
Yeah, well, it just kind of depends. At Bristol, there is.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think for everybody there is.
Yeah. But so, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're building these things to the absolute absolute
I
max.
can tell you, so last year I had about 35 races on my
Tony Gearhead is watching. Listen, we need to start putting something together. Dude,
because there's no rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Build a 4-cylinder as big as you want. Like he was telling me all fair, I'm not going to say it, but he was telling me like it's just amazing to me.
So in order, so your gearing is going to be on tire size, correct?
Yes, and trannies are big.
Okay.
So a lot of research. So me, like a Chevy Cobalt, 99 out of 100 Cobalt 5 speeds are like a 384 gear ratio, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
1 year, for half a year, they made a 363. So trying to find that tranny is like a needle in a haystack, but that's typical. You know what I mean? That's what these guys are doing. And the Honda guys, they're tearing trannies apart. They're machining gears. They're changing second gear out. They're changing fourth gear to a second gear. So they really have 2 second gears. I mean, a lot of stuff goes involved in these, more than what people see just when they pull out on the track.
Yeah.
But
and I watched the guy at our local track. Oh Christ! One of the Curry boys, dude. He changed the transmission out in 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean when you do it all the time, it's just like
I couldn't believe how fast he did that. My car, no, you ain't doing that. Listen, you blow the tranny in my car, I'm going home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pred was saying about like the detonation motor stuff like that. I can tell you, I had 35 races on a motor last year. We hauled all the way out. We went to Eldora last year to race. And at Eldora, it finally let go on me.
Yeah.
But after 35, and it didn't really blow up. I just smoked the cam journals out, and the bottom end was still good.
Yeah.
And how many laps are you doing on a regular night for 5,000 to win? How many laps are you doing Saturday?
It's 35 laps. It's not a ton. Down south, they'll do like the 18,000 to win is 100 laps.
Okay.
But they count cautions till lap 65 or 70.
Okay.
So instead of us counting cautions, we just lower the laps and just all green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jeff. Yes, Dan Curry. I watched Dan Curry change the transmission out in like 20 minutes. I was in awe of that. I would like to see some of our guys up here give this a shot. I really would.
I'm trying to think who farthest north that's come down. I'm trying to think of some names.
Even like Walt Henry years ago, man, he was tough to beat in a 4-cylinder. The Wonder Boy there, Kyle Welsh, he had a 4-banger there for a little while. Mikey Travis is another big name. Jeff Tubbs, he just piped in, dude. He's pretty decent behind the wheel, the 4-banger. We got a lot of good dudes that. But I'm just holy shit. I'm in the wrong class, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you running headers and stuff on these things too?
Yep, header. So that's the only thing we have a claim on is a header.
Really?
It's $300 for the header, but I have never in 8 years seen anybody could use it.
Okay.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
I mean
it's
and these guys all travel together and they all have the same headers already.
But
it's just been on there
on the headers though.
It's been on there since Kelly wrote the rules, and it's just originally it just never came off. So originally there was when it first started, they weren't allowed headers.
Okay.
And then they started adding headers, allowing it, and they put a claimer on it so people weren't going all crazy on it. And it's just honestly, it's probably been overlooked for a few years because it's never been used.
How many guys do you have that follow the series religiously?
This year we have 52 people that signed up for the series for points.
That's unbelievable.
Dude, that really is.
I mean, out of them 52,
that's more than dirt. That's more than dirt car.
Yeah.
Realistically, 13 races, the grueling schedule. We'll probably end up with 10 to that 20 range to follow all. I mean, guys are going to have issues. And
how close are the races to each other?
We try to only do one a weekend. If we have more than one, like the Penn Can weekend, Penn Can Skyline, they're an hour apart. We have one other weekend like that this year where Thunder Mountain, PA, in Marion Center.
Specify that.
In Marion Center, they're about 45 minutes apart.
Okay.
So we have a double weekend there, but that's the only time we have more than one race in a weekend.
Okay. And are they like a month apart? Are they like one a month, something like that? So somebody like myself, if we're going down to Virginia to run a series race, you're looking at hotel expense and all that other stuff. Do you have multiple races down there, like within a week of each other? Because quite honestly, it's going to be tough for me. Say, you race Saturday and then I got to be back there the following Saturday. You know what I mean?
So I can tell you, like, we race like Winchester this coming weekend, and then we have 2 weeks off. Then we head out to Ohio.
Okay.
For Atomic, and then we're actually we don't have after Atomic, April 16th. We don't go back. We go back to Ohio, but not till May 28th.
So Atomic, that's that real high banked.
Oh yeah, 3/8 mile.
Right? Yeah, high banked. Even the straightaways, I think, are banked.
It makes Bristol look flat.
Stupid. Yeah.
Like people think Bristol's banked until they get to Atomic and they look down and they're like, first time I ever went there, we're doing 98 mile an hour on a 3/8 mile an hour track in second gear.
Wow. Yeah.
And if you ain't touching the wall in the turns, you're going too slow.
Huh.
I mean, that was it.
Do you find that guys are dumping a ton of money into these cars?
You have some.
Okay.
You have some. I mean, it's just like any form of racing. You're going to have guys that they're going to go above and beyond, and it may help them, it may not. There's guys out there that dump a pile of money in their cars and get beat every week.
And do you have like different winners all the time, or is there like just a handful of guys that are dominating quite a bit? I guess who are the guys to beat in this series?
Last year, the guys to beat. So Chris Anderson won 5 races. 5. He won 4 or 5, and it was always competitive. Yeah. And then Jeff Huber won 1. And let me back up. So Chris Anderson's a Honda. Jeff Huber with a Cobalt. Let's see, we got Jordan James won the opener out in Ohio. put me on the spot now. Hoffner won at Cumberland. Come on, Kevin. I see you didn't comment and still help me out here. Oh, I'm missing someone.
So you've already mentioned like 4 different guys. I mean, so it's not one guy dominating.
Yeah.
You know, that's
And there was some races where like Chris Anderson won. Hate to say it,
sounds familiar.
But he got lucky. We were at West Virginia Motor Speedway this year, and guy was there. West Virginia, 5/8 mile. Guy led every lap, but the last one blew up on the last lap. And you didn't win last year, Kevin. You won the year before.
Yeah.
So I guess the $1 million question is, if I was going to get in and buy one of these 4-cylinders, obviously it's not like I'm going to my local place and paying $2,000. What would it cost me to jump into that?
I would say that
decently. I want to be able to run.
I would say a front running car. I see them all the time on the front wheel drive pages, like the good Hondas, the good Chevys, the best of the best. You're looking at $7,000 to $8,000. Race ready.
Bad. But that's not bad. Race ready. That's not bad.
Race ready.
Yeah. It's the same as a street stock. It really is.
The difference is you're racing for such big purses, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like we were talking about pre-show, so we have 18 or 19 tracks in PA that use our rules. We have 8 or 9 in New York, a few in Ohio, a few in Virginia. So like I can go so many places on a Friday night and race and not have to touch my car. I don't have to look and be like, what do I have to change the race here? What do I have to change the race there? I don't have to change anything. I just go race, have fun.
Yeah. What offset rims are you guys running? Like what's the tread width? What's the tread width for
we have a 7-inch wheel roll.
Okay.
So max of 7-inch, but like some people run 2-inch and want them way out there, 2-inch offset. Some people, like me personally, I run 3s and 4s on my car.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't run race wheels. They swear by the stock aluminum wheels because they'll take a hit better.
Okay.
They don't bend.
Yeah.
So
and no race tires at all, right?
No race tires at all.
Nothing. Huh. And you said you're getting how many races out of a tire?
It just depends on who you are. I mean, but you can get 15, 20 races out of it. I mean,
really?
Realistic.
Man, I buy DOT tires for my street stock, run asphalt, dirt. I get years. Years out.
I mean, you buff them, grind them down a little bit. You might lose some, but you run in some of these big races. Don't get me wrong, like Bristol, which just came on. When you're going that fast, and
I guess
I mean, you're going to have some different wear, and places like Bristol where you're really rolling the right front over and not enough camber or whatever. I mean, a buddy of mine was down there last night and burnt 2 inches off the right front of his tire. That's it.
Wow. Yeah. Well, some of these places get so dry slick. It's almost like running on asphalt anyway.
Yep.
Wow. And what kind of roll cages you guys? You guys got a full roll cage in these things?
Full roll cage,
like round the motor, all that stuff?
We have a minimum of the 6-point cage required, but a lot of people, I mean, you can do it. So we don't allow any rub rails outside the car.
Okay.
And we don't allow any push bars, anything like that outside your bumper covers. Everything has to be clean and sleek.
Okay.
So, I mean, guys, what we say is from front strut to rear strut, anywhere in between has to be a stock frame.
Okay.
So if you want to build front loop, you want to build a back loop, that's fine, but it has to be in front of or behind the struts.
Now, are guys, are they, cut, like skinning bodies out and cutting as much off the frame as possible?
Oh, yeah.
These
they're lightening them up. And
okay.
I mean, they are.
And that's okay.
And that's fine because they're building them the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you build it the wrong way, and you can tell when every race we have pre-tech.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I've seen your car 10 times this year, you still got to come to pre-tech. You still got to bring all your safety stuff.
Yep.
And if it's not safe, we'll send you home.
Yeah.
And you can, if you don't go to tech after the feature, you'll get DQ'd. Ask Kevin.
Yeah. I take it Kevin was one of those. He tried it.
He just forgot.
Yeah. And how many? Forgot. Yeah, Kevin, it's very easy on equipment. I'm very easy on equipment.
You got to bring all your safety stuff. But I mean, it's a growing class. I mean, Kevin heard the comment finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it though. I mean, as a racer, as a promoter, there's nothing more I like. And I've never done it for the money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never been about that. Like everything like this neck brace I just showed you, like I bought that out of my own pocket to give away to the racers. Like I can tell you honestly, as a series, we've made like $2,000 in 2 years.
Yeah.
And we put it all back in. I mean, I got a box full of checks right here next to me that was $400 for the year. You know what I mean? It all just goes right back into it. We just continue to make it grow.
So you guys make your own purse, like the tracks aren't. So you know what I mean. If you wanted to promote a race, say up here, you guys pay your own purse.
No, I go to the yeah. Well, what I do is, and anyone I've told everyone, so it's not a big deal. So I don't charge a sanction fee. So a lot of tracks, you know what I mean, or a series, they say, hey, for us to come in there, it's going to be $5,000. You got to pay us for or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
What I do is, so every time we'll use Winchester as an example, $100 registration fee per car is the cost. So that $100 registration fee, we give the track 80% of that money.
Okay.
To help cover the purse. And I make $20 per car.
Yeah.
So that's the only money I make. And then I have 7 employees, fuel, hotels.
Right. Yeah.
We don't make no money on it.
Yeah.
We don't make anything. I lose money some nights and I just pay my people and we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
That's just racing.
Are you always looking for new tracks to try and go to? Or
absolutely. We're always looking to expand. We don't want to go more than that, like 12, 13 races a year.
Right.
We try to stay in that range, but I have a couple track waiting lists right now. There are a couple of people have reached out to me that want races, but I don't want to add them to the schedule.
Right.
It's just not feasible, right? Especially with fuel prices right now. I don't want to make the little guys drive around any more than they have to.
Yeah. So, and a lot of guys are towing open trailers. You got a lot of guys that are, stackers.
No stackers, but
stackers.
I always said,
listen, let me rephrase that. I've seen
wanted
stackers.
to roll in with a tractor trailer and just start offloading like 6 or 7
four cylinders.
Yeah.
I've seen it down south. There's a guy that has a stacker and he'll load up a couple 4 cylinders in it and go to the scrubbing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's awesome. So, but, all right, man. So, Rob, I really appreciate you being on here. I mean, this is I'm in awe. I really am. This is.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Series.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what your guys' schedule will be, but when we go to Skyline, you guys drive down Saturday night. Just come on down as our guests, hang out, and see what these cars really are, because you're gonna be like the way they sit, the stance of them when you walk up to them, and you're like, that thing's leaning 4 feet.
Yeah,
it's just the way they.
I'm intrigued. I definitely like to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if we're not racing and we're off that night, dude, that's
why I said like the King of the Can weekend.
That would be perfect because I think we plan on hitting that this year too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be there. Yeah. My car will be there. I'll just be there promoting, running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah, man. Dude, this sounds like I again, like Nate, it's dude, this sounds like the wave of the future. I mean, the 4 cylinders are, they're easy to get right now, and I'm sure 20, 30 years from now, guys are gonna be like, we can't get them anymore. You know what I mean? But dude, this is wow, man, 18,000 a win, 10,000 a win, and then even even to start 150 to start, that's paying for gas. It really is. I mean, how much gas are you using towing a little 4-cylinder car? You know what I mean? Unless you know what I mean, if you got an open trailer and a little 4-banger on there, that's an amazing deal. It really is. And I can't believe
it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, geez, you're getting 50 to 80 cars now.
You figure 10, 15 years from now, this class will be racing it'll be Chevy Cruises and that's the thing. Cars are they keep making new cars every day. Eventually, those cars are going to end up in our class.
Yep.
5 years ago, everyone had a Cavalier.
Yeah. Yes.
Now the Cavaliers are getting harder to find. So now they're Cobalts.
Now they're Cobalts. Yep. Yeah.
So next thing after Cobalt's a Chevy Cruze. So that's just evolution of the class. It's just going to
Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah.
My wife's got a 2022 Hyundai Elantra. I can't wait to wreck this thing.
Oh shit.
But All right, man. So I think that's gonna do it for us, Rob. I really appreciate you coming on
Thanks
here
for
tonight,
having me
man.
on, guys.
Yeah,
I learned
dude.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is awesome. Listen, before you go though, there's one question I always like to ask everybody, especially the drivers and stuff. Other than the Daytona 500, what would be the one race you would really want to win in your career before you decide you didn't want to race anymore?
The Screven Winter Freeze.
Yeah, man.
Because next year it's 19,000 to win.
Wow.
Man,
And
cool.
have you always run 4 cylinders? Like, how
That's
did
all
you
I've ever run.
How did you
So-
get involved with racing?
My dad sponsored some late models when I was 12, 13, dirt late models.
Okay.
And I started running like enduro. I built an enduro car. And next thing I know, I got into 4 cylinders. And
Yeah.
I just been stuck with it. I could move up, but why? I like what I do.
It's kind of the same. Yeah, I've been a full fender guy, most of my career. I tried an open wheel once, and that didn't work out too well. I was glad I didn't own it.
Yeah.
Man, sorry about that.
My bad.
It's the same thing. You do what you're comfortable with, and it's just and the 4 cylinders too, man. I like watching them because they are competitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the guy who's starting 18th is still got a shot to win, especially a lot of the tracks around here that these guys run and stuff.
Yep.
But, yeah, man. So, all right, Rob, that's going to do it, man. I appreciate you coming on. And
thanks for having me,
this
guys.
thing sounds awesome. Where can people go to find out about the series?
So 2 places you can go with SCDRA Northeast on Facebook, or you can go on our website, www.scdranortheast.com. So pretty much any information you need, we keep it both pretty updated. So
nice. And where are you guys headed this weekend?
Winchester, Virginia, 5,000 to win, 200 to start.
Yeah, man.
So
there you have it.
We got guys coming from Vermont, Florida, Georgia, and Michigan, along with everywhere in between.
So you're allowing weapons in the racetrack?
Yeah. We're just going to push them to the side.
Yeah, man. All right, Rob, I appreciate you being on with us, man. Thank you so
guys.
much. Dude, this is an awesome series. And listen, we will definitely check it out before the year's end.
Yeah. I'll definitely see you at Penn Can if anywhere else.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.
Definitely be on the schedule.
Yeah, man. So,
All
right,
guys.
brother, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
We were talking off air, man. I was like, holy cow. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
You think of 4 cylinders, what we're used to, and these things are just, you can literally build them and do whatever you want.
I want to say Makatech, right? Makatech had, there was a guy who showed up at Accord one time with a 4-cylinder, and it looked like a mini late model.
Okay.
And I think it was like a Prelude, a Honda Prelude, dude. He had like a mini late model body on it. And Hot Laps Heat Race, he didn't really do a whole lot. And then the feature, dude, he just dusted everybody. The left front was coming up off the ground. This thing was wicked, just wicked.
Yeah, and I was on the site. I was looking at some of the pictures of the cars and stuff. They're all like decent. They're not no junk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
All real good stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
crazy, man. But I'll definitely check out Penn Can if nowhere else.
Yeah, man.
Be cool. It's just mind blowing that they race for that much money. $5,000.
That's crazy. Wow.
2,500 here, 10,000 for a 4-cylinder race. Man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Even just to take the green, dude, that's paying for your fuel. It really.
Yeah, $400 to take the green.
Yeah, dude. That's But that's the tough part is making the show.
Yeah, you're getting 80 cars. Just getting 80 cars is phenomenal too.
Crazy. Yeah, you're not getting that many big block modifieds. It's just not happening.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
So Gary put out a post. I want to say it was earlier today, or maybe even yesterday. Some of the guys running SCDRA have been running 4-cylinders for 20 years. They're pros. Yeah, I would imagine so. And the post was that we were looking to get some girlfriends, wives, and even moms on here to talk about their involvement with racing. Well, I think for the first time since we've been doing this show, I actually did a little work. So this coming Monday between 7 and 7:30, depending on whether or not I'm on time. That is exactly what we're going to have. we'll mention the names later, but we do have 3 young ladies that will be joining us. And I think it's going to be a very entertaining show. We got a couple of characters.
Different perspective. That's why it's a different perspective.
So I tried to get my wife on here, and I got a hell no. No. So, but because
like I said, you don't know because you don't do no work on your car. You got to eat. You're like Brett Hearn. You just show up and race.
I did.
Does all the work.
I used to do it. I used to do all the work myself for a long time, and then I met Tony, and
that was it, right?
And he spoiled the hell out of me.
Just bring the racing bag. That's
it. Honestly, I drive the truck and trailer. That's about it. And then I get to drive the car. Well, that's what I said this weekend at the show with Vigoletti. I was like, man, Tony built a hell of a car. I hope he does well with it this year. So this Monday, we will have a different perspective on racing. And of course, I tried to get a mom, a wife, and a girlfriend, and I think I got that, even though they've been together like over 25 years. So I guess it's common law, but they're still not married. So it doesn't matter. But, so keep an eye on the website, Gary, Gary will put together a post, and of course, we'll start naming them. I mean, we can pretty much say the names now, right? Couldn't we say? So we got Dawn Romer coming on, and she is I would say the girlfriend of Brian Bauerfeind, but they've been together like 25 years. So Dawn is actually involved heavily with the Bethel Motor Speedway, and was also, the girlfriend / wife to Brian Bauerfeind, who was a racer. Then we also have Tara Waters. That's Bobby Waters' wife. Bobby Waters, former pro stock champ from the Orange County Fair Speedway, and also sportsman standout. He's got a couple feature wins in sportsman division. So she's been around racing. Oh gosh, got to be over 20 years now. Along with, I'm going to probably mess this up because I messed her son's name up, but I want to say it's Alicia Traver. Yeah. Okay. So that is Braden Traver's mom. So, and Braden is the youngster we had on the show a couple of times already. And so we'll have those 3 young ladies on here. They're going to give us their perspective on what it's like to be, I guess, behind the driver. You know what I mean? The mom of a driver, the girlfriend of a driver, the wife of a driver. I think it's going to be very entertaining. I think that you're going to hear a lot of, you're going to hear what it's really like. It can be being in a relationship or being related to a driver on any level can be very taxing, can be very frustrating, can be very, it can be a hard life. It really can. But we'll elaborate more on that come Monday. And dude, I'm excited. My wife's even like, I think I'm gonna watch this one.
Watch that one. But I'm sure there'll be a lot. I think you'll have more, women tuned in to because they're all going through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of them are definitely going through it.
It's I am with them in the stands every race. Yeah, man. I've been with my wife for 15 years, and there have been some very trying times. Because there were times when I put racing before anything else. But dude, I think it's gonna be a really cool show. So
it'll be different.
All right, folks, that's gonna do it for me tonight. And I'll tell you what, dude, I'm just, I got to go look this up now. I really do. I don't know.
If you do some research on it, it's just amazing, man.
Yeah. So,
good stuff.
All right. If you are on social media bashing a racetrack, you are part of the problem. Get out and support your local racing. This past weekend, we had the Orange County Fair Speedway Motorsports Show. This coming weekend will be the Short Track Super Series down the Orange County Fair Speedway. Mr. Brett Deo. And I do believe Stewie Friesen and all the big dogs, they'll be in the house down the Orange County Fair Speedway.
I think they're having a practice Friday night, too.
Friday night, yes. If it rains Friday, they will race Saturday. If it rains Saturday, they will race Sunday. I believe tickets are on sale. Call the Speedway office. It's like 845-342-2573, I think is the number. If I'm wrong, I don't give a shit. But
look it up.
All right, folks. Everybody have a good night. We will see you Monday between 7 and 7:30. Thanks for watching.
Later.